A very special thank you to my guy Willie. Thank you for inviting me today. Everyone should definitely check out his content and subscribe to his channel.
Hey, what's up guys? Akio here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to join the USL Championship. So before we get started, please make sure you check out my last video on the brand new USL Academy. It's a great pathway for, young kids that are trying to play in the USL Championship one day. And yeah, please make sure you like and subscribe to this video, and let's get to it. Alright, so the first way you can join the USL Championship is through the open tryouts. So the open tryouts, are consisted of 3-day trials, and every day you get a call to come back the next day and stuff. And yeah, people get cut very quick because there's a lot of players. But at the same time, if you work hard and you come prepared for the tryouts, you might have the chance of making the team. Not everyone is obviously guaranteed to make the team. They might pick 1 or 2 players, or sometimes, they might not even pick any player because no one there is what they've been looking for. So you got to come ready, you got to be prepared. But this is very, very good for, college students that finish their college career and they couldn't find anything in terms of professionalism. And this is where the USL Pro Tryouts come in handy because they happen every single year, and you can keep going every year, and not give up on your dreams. So there's a very cool way. I'm going to show a little link up here somewhere of where you can actually go on to see the open tryouts. It's going to be on the USST soccer website. And it basically has every single team in the USL, all their tryouts, and all the information of the tryouts. So hopefully this is something that you guys can look through and push for. So the next way you can join the USL Championship is through the ranking. So if you play in the new USL Academy that I made a video on just the other day, you can go check that out. That's going to be a great way for you to showcase your talent and move up the ranks, and then eventually just getting brought up right to the first team straight from the from the academy. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting to see in the next few years. And also the USL2. I played in the USL2, and that's what got me here in my position in a full ride scholarship in University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. So playing in the USL2, hopefully the USL Academy, when it opens up, that's going to be also a very, very good outlet for you. It's going to be challenging. There's going to be a lot of competition and a lot of players. But if you're young, you should try to get yourself on one of those teams, especially if you're in America. If you can't get on the MLS Academy, then yeah, you should try to get on these USL Academies, the USL2, because that will increase your chances of one day playing on the pro level. So here's another little fun fact, the USL2, there's about 60 to 75 players almost every single season that get opportunities in the USL Pro and in the MLS. So that should be motivation in itself. And I know I'm on that road. I know a few of my friends are on that same road into pushing for their goals and playing in the professional league one day. But yeah, I should use that as a little bit of motivation, and hopefully you guys can, push for it and make those teams. So tip number 3 of making the USL Championship is the most important tip, which is hard work, determination, staying driven, staying disciplined. My 3Ds should be your 3Ds as well, but just staying super focused, guys. I can't stress it enough. It's not only just training and training every day and then coming back home and do nothing. It's training every day. It's studying the game. It's reading about the game, understanding tactics out of the game, and just getting on top of everything, because there's players that are working harder than you, that want the same goal, but they're working harder than you, and then they get it. And when you don't get it, you kind of think like, oh, I was putting in the work, but you weren't putting in enough work. You got to put in an extreme amount of work. You got to sacrifice a lot of things, and you just got to put your head down sometimes and just go for it, because it's a great feeling when you get what you want, when you achieve your goals, guys. So hard work is the most important. Just work super hard, have a great attitude, and just keep pushing. Don't stop. Do not stop. Don't be discouraged if someone tells you no, and don't be discouraged if you don't make that team or if you get dropped. Just keep pushing, because once someone sees that you're persistent and you won't give up, they will give you the opportunity. I promise you. That's just the way things work. So stay at it, work hard, and just keep staying fit, and that's it. Okay, so the last tip of making the USL Championship is always having an agent. So sometimes you don't have an agent, and as you get closer to the pro ranks, someone will come to you and try to help you and stuff. But if you're looking to try out and you're looking to make the USL Championship teams and you have an agent already, that's a great start. You got to make sure with agents that you can trust them, and it's someone that you can really give them your life, because at the end of the day, if football is something that you really want to pursue, you got to make sure that you have an agent that understands your goals, understands your dreams, and understands your vision. So he's working with you, you know? So he's not trying to make a profit off of you or trying to use you. And then after 2-3 years of being with that agent, he screws you over, and then you're left without an agent, you're left without a team, and you just, you don't know what's going on. So make sure you have a good agent. Don't just trust anyone. And yeah, if you need any help on some agent tips, maybe I can make a video about that, or you can just message me personally. But yeah, there's a lot of agents out there that are sketchy, that that just want what they want, and they don't really look out for your interests. But having an agent is good, and it's going to be required once you get to the professional level. So if you do have an agent, it's great. If you don't have an agent, don't be discouraged. One will come to you. You just got to keep working hard. That's the most important thing. All right, guys, now I'm going to hand it off to one of my good friends, Carlos Patino. We played in the USL2 together. We had very successful years together. And he played in the CPL. He's also played in the USL a few years back for Seattle. And, he's a good player. He's seen a lot of things. And he's just going to talk about his time at Seattle with the USL team there. And he's also going to talk about his brand new company, Control. And the reason why, guys, is because, when you go on trials, especially at the professional level, they don't teach technical abilities. They don't teach certain types of skills. You have to come with the base of technical abilities and control, right? So he's just going to talk about the importance of his company and, the growth that he wants for it. And he wants to really, implement this into the youth. So hopefully you guys can learn something from this, and you can check out his page on Instagram. I'll put everything in the description as well. So yeah, I'm going to let him take over.
I was playing for the USL in Seattle a few years ago. It was a great experience. I enjoyed it a lot. I still have a lot of friends in Seattle. The club is amazing. The way they treat their players is amazing. It's next level. I had a knee injury the second year, so I had to get surgery. The doctor did an amazing job. The way they handled my recovery, I'm super grateful for that. The only hard thing was I was on the second team, so a lot of the times the first team players that wouldn't get many minutes, they would come down and they take priority, so they take most of the minutes. Yeah, it was a really good experience. Can any kid join Control? Yes, absolutely. We have content for every level, so even if you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced, you can most definitely join. Even if you're a university player and you're trying to break through that professional environment and you just need that slight edge, you can definitely find the correct knowledge in the advanced content. Important is control for you when you play soccer. As a midfielder, I always feel the need to control the tempo of the game, to have a clean first touch, to be composed under pressure, to give my teammate the best pass possible, so we're able to retain possession, to create goal scoring opportunities. And I always find that when you have good technical abilities, this becomes a lot easier. So what we try to do with Control is we try to come up with the most basic techniques that a player might need to take their game to the next level, whether that's passing properly, receiving properly, shooting properly. And we go step by step on how to perform these movements correctly. So a player is able to take our information and they feel empowered and in control when they take that information back into their own training, because it accelerates their growth process. Is developing youth soccer something your company's focused on? Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we started Control. Is all three of us are really passionate about helping young soccer players, and soccer being such a young sport in Canada, we want to shape its direction, and we want to pave the way for young soccer players and give them information and tools that we necessarily didn't have back then. But now soccer is becoming such a huge movement in North America. We want to help develop the youth. What made you and your teammate Elijah create your new Control Soccer company? The initial idea was Elijah's in mind, but very shortly after, Marco joined us, and he's been such a huge part of it. And there's really two main reasons why we started Control. The first one is we wanted to inspire young footballers with the correct knowledge and give them the necessary tools so they too can visualize themselves becoming pro. And when the opportunity actually presents itself and they step into a professional environment, they know that they belong in there because they've trained like pros. They know how to pass the ball properly, they know how to shoot, they know how to receive properly. And then the second reason is all of us had a lot of privates to deal with, and it was really difficult to juggle all the privates while being a professional soccer player, because you have to travel almost every weekend. So we decided to put all of our knowledge into the platform, so that way anyone and as many kids can access all that information at once.
All right, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys, learn something from this, and hope you guys can understand how the USL works more and get yourself in better positions. But if you have any other questions, please comment down below or message me personally. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm heading back to Texas tomorrow, and hopefully I get to train with some USL teams. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. And I hope you guys stay determined, driven, and disciplined. Please work hard, focus on your dreams, and don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Peace out.